Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are doing another Flame Toys. This is the Transformers Arcee. Yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment here. The last Flame Toys I did, I struggled a lot and I wanted to quit building Flame Toys. But I was kind of surprised by this one actually. I think someone actually went through this model kit and actually tried to build it, and I can tell they made some adjustments to it because they probably built it and it didn't quite work or it broke, and they put some extra pieces in there you'll see later on. So they actually thought through this one. I guess you can say they've redeemed themselves from the last one. Yeah, just be aware of the Megatron ones. Those are the ones that I seem to struggle the most. But the other Flame Toy model kits are pretty good and kind of easy to build. Now, this one was relatively easy. There were some issues here and there, but yeah, for the most part, it was kind of easy. So when I first saw this model kit, I really loved the design of it. Arcee looks great, looks better than any other model kits that I've seen so far, or even any action figure that I've seen so far. I mean, she looks really nice. Once you build it, you'll see what I mean. It's beautiful. Now there's also a version of Arcee in black, and I'm kind of thinking about getting the black one too, so I really like this one. Now it's not perfect though. There are some issues, as I mentioned before. Certain parts don't fit very well. Well, not like how do I call it? It doesn't line up exactly, but I think that's the design of it. It's not supposed to all line up. There's supposed to be some gaps to it. And certain pieces kind of come apart from time to time. But that's true with any model kit, really. You move things around and it just falls apart from time to time. But yeah, I didn't have to shave out a couple of pieces here and there to make them fit like I did with the Megatron stuff. Now this was a little confusing. The manual wasn't clear on how to assemble this. I just pretty much went with my own thing and guessed at it. But it seems to work. I mean, I can tell that they actually put some thought into this model kit. They put a lot of thought into it and a lot of engineering. So they did a lot of work with this model kit. That's why it looks so great. And it fits so great too. I'm glad I got this way before anybody else got it. I pretty much pre-ordered it the moment it came on, so I was able to grab it. I don't think you can get these anymore I mean, if you can, they're very rare. So if you can find it, I highly recommend it. I think mostly it's the black version that's available, but not the pink and white ones. And after building this one, I wish I was able to get the wind blade, because wind blade looks very similar to Arcee. Kind of has that beautiful shape to it and beautiful design. So yeah, I gotta give Flame Toys props for making such a great model kit here. I really love this one. I was actually dreading building this one because I thought it was gonna be as difficult as the Megatron one. But I was pleasantly surprised. I guess you can say they've redeemed themselves here. Which, wait, I think I already said that, didn't I? Yeah, it's really good model kit. It was kind of easy to build, somewhat easy. Some of the parts are really, really small. Okay, so this piece, it's easier if you just pull it out, so it's not so close to the body. You'll see later here, I'll pull them out. It makes it easier to attach. There's a lot of intricate detailing. Even the stuff that you're not gonna see, they still had some details attached to it. Which I really appreciate. Really makes it more high quality. You're getting your money's worth. It is kind of expensive though. I believe it was like $68, something like that. I think the prices actually went up. Might be like $80 now. Honestly, I'm not sure if that shoulder part, if I put it correctly in the correct position, like the left should be on the right or the right should be on the left, but I just guessed at it. And I saw the pictures, it kind of looks like that, so I just left it like that. There are a lot of little pieces like this one, very small pieces. So be careful not to lose any of it. And they're actually difficult to assemble sometimes. I had to use tweezers on some of the pieces because they were so small. Here, for some reason, I thought the chest piece was higher up. I was trying to assemble it up higher up on the chest. Nope, it's actually lower down. It's almost like her bra or something. That's like her bra, and then you've got her shirt or armor front or shirt to cover the bra. So this piece was really tiny. I don't even think it was necessary, but okay. It looks good though. I mean, you could hardly see it once it's assembled. Just see like a sliver of it like that. But there's already white underneath it. And here there's nothing really attached to it, it just snaps in place. So that chest piece kind of falls off from time to time if you're moving the poses, creating some poses. I've had the chest piece fall off a few times. A lot of little details. Very well thought out, very intricate. And the manual isn't very helpful on certain pieces. So you really need to use your best judgment. Or just following along what I've done. Seems right. So in terms of color, there's only like white, pink, and gray. And there's some see-through plastics, like for the headpiece. And the rest of it is more stickers, which you'll see right at the end. The stickers were a little bit kind of a pain, but not too bad. Because they're really, really small stickers. And the manual doesn't really tell you much on where to apply it. It just points to it, but it's not very clear. I had to look at the box, the picture on the box to see where it's supposed to go. Now this part was a little confusing. It has to be on the bottom part, like so. And you fit that in there, in the middle. See, there's a little tab that goes into that hole. Yeah, I forgot to place that piece in there. There's a couple of pieces. Don't forget that. They're very difficult to hold because they're so small. struggling because my fingers are bigger than the pieces. And you really don't need that part in there at the moment. See, there's nothing attached to it. Just falls right off. I just decided to remove it. Yeah, I actually struggled trying to figure out where this thing goes. I was trying to put it on the lower part, but it's actually the upper part. So I edit a lot of it out of me struggling trying to figure out where it goes. So that's her buttocks. These are very, very tiny. Be careful not to lose them. Here, once again, I struggled trying to figure out where it goes. I tried to put it on the bottom hole again. I mean, these pieces fit in very nicely. It looks great. But they do move around a lot when you're trying to pose it. You have to keep adjusting them. This thing was kind of tough to assemble. I had to really push it in there. We're done with the waist and hip. Now the arms and hands were kind of big. It's a lot of steps here. Guess I should have broken them down a bit. But yeah, this is actually the most difficult part here of the entire build. It's that upper arm part. You'll see later. I had to edit like 3 to 6 minutes worth of me struggling to put one piece on in there. 1 or 2 pieces. And be careful with these fingers. They're kind of small and delicate. You could easily break them. I mean, I remember dropping them on the floor and I almost couldn't find it. Well, the thumb part, that is. Yeah, the thumb part fell off and I almost couldn't find it on the floor. Most of the time when you build these kits, the fingers are a lot bigger because they're kind of masculine hands, but these are more delicate feminine hands, kind of like mine. So these pieces here, even though you attach them together, they still come apart from time to time. Once it's assembled and you move it around a little bit, they come apart. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. Just have to push it back together again. But it's not too bad. I mean, it's not gonna fall off or anything. It's still in the joints, so it's not gonna fall apart. And you only need 1 per arm, but I built 2. This part was a little difficult to figure out. Took me a while. But yeah, that's how it's supposed to fit together. She looks more humanoid than mechanical, than a Transformers. It's kind of a nice blend. Okay, so here's the part where I said that it's very, very difficult. This is the most difficult part of any build on this model kit. This piece just won't stay. It won't come together. It's very, very difficult to build this little piece here. I think I edited out about 3 minutes worth of me struggling. See, that was 3 minutes worth of trial and error trying to squeeze it together, but I finally managed to do it. Now the other arm took me like 6 minutes. Yeah, I edited out about 6 minutes worth for the other arm because it was so difficult trying to get that together. Just be warned about that. Forewarned, if you're building this, that part was the most difficult part of the entire build, believe it or not. There's also another part where it was kind of difficult, but not as difficult as that one. And here I believe I put them in the wrong place. Yeah, it's kind of on the opposite side of where it's supposed to be. I think. Maybe it was the other one. Yeah, it was probably the other one. The other arm. So this arm I did it correctly, I guess. Yep. That's the shoulder piece, the shoulder joint. And this little thing was also kind of difficult. Didn't want to stay put, and when I try to squeeze them together, they don't line up properly. So you can see here, I struggled and struggled, but it just wouldn't come together. There's a bit of a gap there. I think it's because of the undergate. I didn't cut that well enough, so it still became a hindrance. And this part was kind of confusing. I wasn't sure which way to go. Luckily I put it in the right position. I pretty much guessed on that one and got lucky. See, when you bend it a lot, that joint kind of comes apart. See, that elbow part kind of comes apart. Okay, round 2. So yeah, after building this Arcee model kit, starting to have a different outlook on Flame Toys model kits now. So I guess they've improved it, made it better, gotten better engineers to build these. They actually, I can tell they actually try to build it themselves and found out what works and what doesn't work. And I actually have Bumblebee on pre-order, so that should be kind of easy. Looks easy. So I might actually continue building more Flame Toys model kits if they have good ones. I've been thinking about getting that Rodimus Prime one, even though it doesn't really look all that great to me, but it'll be one of those alternate kind of stuff. What do you call it? Yeah, comic book version. Yeah, he's the comic book version of Rodimus Prime. Oh, here I forgot to put the other piece in there. I have to take it apart, and this is supposed to go in there first, and then you put that piece in there. But yeah, I'll continue to build Flame Toys model kits. I guess it was just the Megatron stuff that's been very difficult for me. Both Megatron, the comic book version of Megatron was difficult to build, and the G1 version was also difficult to build. So I don't know what's up with Megatron. If they ever come out with Galvatron, I'm thinking that'll also be very difficult to build. Now you see this piece here, very, very difficult. It just wouldn't come together. I edited out 6 minutes worth, and here's the final result where I finally got it to snap together. Man, just took a long time. I just used the pliers just to be sure that it's stuck. But then it keeps falling apart again. I mean, it didn't quite come apart, but it kind of came apart a little bit, and I just have to keep pushing them together. You see that middle part there? The elbow? It keeps coming apart. When you bend it a lot, it comes apart. One of those little flaws of this model kit. But yeah, the difficult part is over. Well, the most difficult part is over. There's still some other parts that were kind of difficult. As you can see, I use those pliers in almost every build nowadays, ever since I bought it. I need the ones with the rubber tips on around it though, but I don't know, maybe I can create my own. Just wrap something around it so it's not so hard, because it tends to scratch my kits. See here, I actually scratched it a little bit. Oh, this one I placed it incorrectly, so don't follow me on this one. I had to take it apart, redo it. No wonder it didn't fit very well. That's why I had to use the pliers. Guess it was on the wrong side. Yeah, I'm scratching some of the kits there. Look at that. I believe there's another one that's kind of a rounded one. I might actually get that one instead, so it doesn't scratch. Now these have they don't really come together too well. As you can see, there's still some lines there. So this is the right arm, so I use the hand for grabbing the guns. And I actually prefer the smaller version of the gun rather than the longer version. I think it looks better and it fits her a lot more. Because she's very petite and small, and so's her gun that's petite and small. It fits very well with her. I'm not sure why they have the attachments for the longer gun. I just love that when it snaps together. Love the sound of it. More model kits need to snap like that. I mean, Blockies has a lot of it that snaps together, which makes it more fun to assemble. Here, this piece is so small, I couldn't really get it in there properly because it needs to match up. That little cutout needs to match up with that tab. And I couldn't quite get my fingers in there. I had to use tweezers. And even then I struggle. Right there, got it. Like that. It's actually very well thought out. Because they already have that silver stuff. Oops, almost lost it. They had that silver stuff on the inside. So it kind of reflects out outside. So they really thought about it. I mean, the Gundam model kits, they don't really do things like that. Well, they kinda, but they have stickers. And this was a little confusing where I was supposed to place the head. Took me a while to figure it out. Nope, it's not right. I didn't place it properly. There you go. Well, kinda. I think I had it, but didn't really need to take it apart. Just had to fit that into that little tab in the back of the head there. Right there, like that. Fit it in there. And pieces from the head does come apart from time to time. I'm not sure why. Anytime I move the head or something, it kind of comes apart a little bit. The helmet comes apart. I think it has something to do with the face, because I couldn't quite get it in flush with the helmet, because the face was kind of hard to assemble, to put it in there, to push it in, because her nose was so sharp. I couldn't really push it in. Couldn't push the face in into the helmet. These things are so small. Careful you don't lose them. I mean, you gotta remember, I have very small fingers. So when you see these things, they're tiny. Very, very tiny. And here, as I try to assemble the face, like I said, I couldn't really push it in there. So I wasn't sure if it's secured or not. I mean, the nose, her nose was so sharp. You gotta be careful. My fingers were hurting. I'm trying to push her face in. I'm not even sure if it's completely seated. It looks right, but it still moves around a bit. So I put this piece on here, but then I figured I forgot the visor, and the visor looks pretty good. So I prefer the visor. I mean, it's provided. Why not use it? Why not have her use the visor? I mean, the visor actually looks pretty good on her. It's almost like her sunglasses or something. Like she's in battle mode. Yes, you can see it's not completely in there, I feel. It looks a little loose because it's on the outside. You can see the helmet's kind of come apart a little bit. Might be because the face wasn't all the way in and seated. Yes, you can see it's not completely in there. But there's no other way that I can push the face in there any further without damaging it. The legs are not too bad. There are some issues here and there that I struggle with. But for the most part, it's pretty straightforward. Yes, Sorry for going up and down, up and down. I was trying to follow the numbers. So yeah, if Flame Toys has any more model kits that I want to build, I'll probably get it and build it. So this piece here, I'm putting it in the wrong way. You have to be turned around like that. So the flat part is on the left side. And the not flat part is on the right side. Yeah, I kind of struggled for a while there, trying to get it in there. And it wouldn't fit. So yeah, Flame Toys, if you got more model kits that I want to build, I'll build it. Maybe if they come out with Galvatron or something like that. So yeah, I'm not gonna hound on them anymore. I guess maybe it was just the Megatron stuff that was difficult to build, but everything else from Flame Toys that I've built have been pretty good. And seeing how they really thought out a well thought out model kit here kind of changed my perspective of Flame Toys model kits. And I can't wait for my Bumblebee to get here. I mean, I would have to say the Arcee model kits isn't any different than the difficulty level that is. It's not any more difficult than building a real grade model kit. It's very similar to a real grade. There's a lot of intricate pieces and they're very tiny. Yeah, that ball and joint thing, that was difficult to assemble actually. You had to really push it in there. And because it's kind of sharp and edgy, it kind of hurts when you're trying to push it in there. That ball and socket. See, this time I did it correctly. Didn't have to struggle. Easier to just use this side first. Put that in there first. Yeah, so these Arcee model kits, very similar to real grades Gundam model kits. But I noticed it's pretty much the very similar size to the high grade. And I've actually compared it with the Optimus Prime and Megatron, and she's slightly smaller or shorter than Optimus and Megatron. And right now I have her standing right next to the Kamen Rider 01, and she's slightly taller than him. That's a good size comparison for you. Yeah, she's slightly taller than the Kamen Rider, but slightly smaller, shorter than the Megatron and Optimus Prime model kits. I've noticed it's actually very helpful to lay them all out like that. So if you're about to build these model kits, maybe it's best to just lay them all out according to what the manual says, which piece goes with which. It's been very helpful to me instead of trying to pick one piece at a time. Just have it all laid out like that, and I can just pick and choose it and build it. And you kind of see all the pieces all at once, so you know what you have, what you don't have. There have been times where I forgot a few pieces. I had to go back and cut them out of the runner. So this leg part here, that V-shaped part on the left, it's easier if you just pull them out a little bit. It's easier to push them together and assemble them. That little V shape in the front there. You'll see me do it again with the second leg. I'm gonna take out the V part. We'll kind of like angle it outward. This little piece here, that's the V shape. Yeah, how I have it outward, it's a bit easier to assemble. Oops, sorry, there's a fly in my room. Make sure it's facing the correct way, especially that gray stuff there, that gray part. That little tab part should be in the front, and the circular part. I really like this kind of design. I mean, Flame Toys should make more of these little designs. Very intricate mechanical designs, kind of look robotic. I mean, I guess they've already been doing that with all of these model kits, but never as well as this one. I mean, to be honest with you, the Optimus Prime one, he doesn't look all that great. I mean, I like it, but yeah, he's kind of doesn't look all that great. Doesn't look very imposing as Optimus Prime. Megatron looks better than Optimus Prime, I think. Maybe they need to remake Optimus Prime. Make him look a lot more intricate. More mechanical looking, kind of like with this Arcee model kit. As you can see, not all the pieces are gonna be flush. They're gonna have gaps in it, just like these leg pieces. There's gaps in it, and it just makes it look more robotic, I guess, mechanical, which makes it look pretty cool. You don't have to do panel linings because it's already its own panel lining, I guess. Right, time to assemble the legs. And here the sharp parts, the sharp parts sticking out should be in the back. Should be pointing backwards. And be careful with that sharp part, because I actually did stab myself trying to put the upper thigh part in there. Now this was confusing because I had the wrong piece for the wrong leg. Yeah, the right for the left and the left for the right. It's kind of confusing. There you go. Here's the correct piece. Gotta be careful sometimes when you have have it all displayed like what I'm doing. It kind of gets a little confused. Which side is the right side? Which side is the left side? You see that little middle piece there? There's a middle piece in the middle, in that center of that rod right there. That tells me that they were thinking that this piece probably broke. Well, they were testing it or building it, so they decided to put that middle piece in there. It just happens to be the wrong piece here. I got the wrong piece. Left and right, right and left. Once again, like that middle piece there. Which tells me that they really thought about it. And they actually built it and it broke. So they put a middle rod in there, middle piece in there. So it doesn't break when you twist and turn it. Yeah, after I saw that, I was like very impressed. I was like, wow, they really thought through this. And they actually cared about their pieces falling apart or breaking. So they prevented it by getting that piece of metal in there. So yeah, that kind of changed my view of Flame Toys model kits. Just with that one little thing there. Now this part here is gonna be kind of difficult. Well, this front part is easy, but the back part isn't so easy. That slides in like so. Fits nicely. Very nice. And then this back thigh part, that's the difficult part. That's when I stab myself with that pointy end there at the back. You have to like push it in and then push it forward. Push it down and push it forward to get it to lock in. But be careful not to break the little tabs though. The little thing that sticks out. And that piece in the back was very sharp. Gotta be careful. See, I think I stabbed myself there. It looks nice though. A lot of great detail. Yeah, very nice looking leg and feet. Very feminine. And round 2. So you gotta do the opposite. Here I'm trying to make sure I have it correctly. Doing the opposite of what I just did on the other side. So before I had that first piece on the left side, now I have it on the right side first. Let's kind of do the opposite. Because that leg is the left leg, now we're doing the right leg. Nope, that's the wrong piece. There you go. That's the right piece. Just opposite what I did on the other one. Fits in nicely. And this one was, once again, don't stab yourself. I mean, my fingers were a little numb after this. It hurt a little bit, but not too bad. Not as bad as the other ones that I've done. Yeah, I was trying to stab myself. As you can see, the most difficult part was the arm part. The rest was kind of easy or simple. And that middle piece in there, once again, love that. I have a different view of Flame Toys once I saw that. Now they're actually a better model kit company to me now. To my eyes, that is. Because they thought about that and they put that middle piece in there. That shows me that they really do care. They try to build a solid piece, a solid model kit that won't break. If it does come apart, if you bend it a lot, it starts to come apart a little bit. You have to push it back together again. That's the one downside with these kits. Beautiful. Right, now we're on to weapons. Like I said, they don't really need to have that long piece there on the right hand side. The smaller gun looks great on her. And we're applying stickers now. A little bit of it. And I have more stickers application at the end of this video. And these are actually metallic looking. They don't look like it, but it's kind of a metallic looking. As you can see here, very shiny. It actually looks pretty good. It almost looks like it's there's a light, like it's lighted. And on the box it also shows that she's kind of, that blue part is where there's light coming out of it. And it does look like there's light coming out of it when you place the stickers on there and on the figure. I really like this pink little gun here. Suits her so well. Looks nice on her. Make sure you got that properly set. That's upside down. There you go. I got it right side up. Should be angled like that. Yeah, once it's set in, I don't think you'd take it apart without breaking it. It's so delicate. Make sure you put it correctly the first time. Yeah, I didn't know how to assemble this at first. Took me a while. Didn't quite snap in there. There you go. Finally snapped in. I mean, it's a good looking rifle, but the gun looks better. The pink part looks better. The jetpack. Now the jetpack has some sharp areas to it, so be careful. I stabbed myself a couple of times. I was trying to figure out how to place this piece here. There's actually a lot of detail in that little brakes part, but when you put it in, you can't really see it. But I kind of appreciate it. Like they really thought about it. So you can't really see it once it's in there. But it's the thought that counts, I guess. And this tire, I was trying to get it to fit over that white part, but I didn't realize there was another part of the tire where they have a cutout for it, so it fits in. I didn't realize that. I was trying to push it in there. And you'll see here, when I take it apart, you'll see there's a little cutout on the inside of the tire. I was trying to push it in the other way. See, there's that little cutout there. So you just put them in there and it goes right over the white part, the rim. And bingo, there you go. And the rubber is rubber, believe it or not. That rubber tire is actually rubber or soft plastic, whatever you want to call it. So it feels like a real tire. It's rubbery, I guess you could say. Really appreciate that. They didn't really have to make it that rubbery, but appreciate it. Yeah, that's when you can tell that you're getting quality stuff. Now this piece here was a little confusing because they're supposed to fit like that, but then I couldn't figure out how to fit it onto the actual jetpack. Took me a while to figure it out. So it's supposed to go in like that. But then you're supposed to put the tires in first. So don't try to do this. I had to take it apart and then put the tires in first. That's why it didn't fit. There you go. Put the tires in first. With that cutout facing you. So make sure you have the proper tires in place. And the tires do spin a bit. I mean, they don't freely spin, but they do spin. They do move. Let's see, you have to place it in there. Get the white one in there and then the gray one. And that tab goes into that little slot. Yeah, couldn't really get a good view of it to film it for you. It was mostly it wasn't focused, the camera wasn't focused on it, so I just edit them out. And this part here was a little confusing too. That's supposed to go in there like so. And that sharp part in the back of that jetpack, be careful. As I was putting this thing in there, I stabbed myself. I was trying to push them together, and I stabbed myself in that sharp part. And it really hurts. It's really sharp. See that? That's very sharp. I pointed it out. So you know. Oh, one done. Now we do it again. Now this one's the opposite way of what we just did. And the manual for this one wasn't very clear on how to place any of this. Yeah, I tried looking at the manual, wasn't very helpful. I had to figure it out myself. Here you'll get a better view how to assemble it, like so. That's pretty much it. This part I put it in correctly. It's supposed to go on the other side. The wheel's supposed to be facing you, facing us, like so. And that attachment side is the back that goes into the back attachments. Now I did have to use the clamps to get it to clamp down, like so. Yeah, on the other side too, but I didn't show it. I had to use this because it wouldn't lock together by hand. I tried. I had to use the pliers there to get it to lock in, get it to come together. Looks nice. Very detailed and intricate. I'm loving this model kit. Now the final assembly. It just locks into place. Gotta really push it in there. A little bit out of focus. My camera keeps wanting to focus on the face down there. Make sure her butt looks nice. And this was kind of tough to assemble. Really had to push it in there. I pretty much use all my force, all of my strength to push it in to get it to lock. And I didn't realize until later that you could actually get the arms like way out. You can create like a T shape. You have the arms spread out. You can do that. So there's more articulation than you think. Now some of the pieces might fall apart though, because it did fall apart from me while I was trying to do that. One of the poses. And like I said before, the chest piece would fall out a few times. And of course the jetpack keeps falling off constantly. But it's not a big deal, just snap it back together again. And the jetpack has a lot of articulation too, which I didn't realize. See, that rifle looks a little bit too big for her. Much prefer the little version, the smaller gun. And there you go, we're done. And she does have a lot of articulation in her legs and arms, and even the jetpack and her neck and head. Yeah, so you can do a lot of great poses with her. And she looks great. Looks really, really good. I mean, this is one of my favorite model kits and my favorite looking models to date. Love it. Highly, highly recommend it. If you don't mind some of the smaller parts and some of the difficulty assembling that little arm piece. And I'm gonna be buying more of these Flame Toy model kits because of this model kit here and that little metallic thing that they put in there to support it. Tells me a lot, shows me a lot that they really do care. So these stickers are kind of small, like very, very small, so don't lose them. Yeah, I had one that I was trying to apply and it flew off. You'll see later. It just flew off and I almost couldn't find it. And the stickers do make a whole does make a difference. Does make it look a lot better with the stickers on it. It really pops. And it looks like she's got color or light coming out of her. Kind of like on the box. These are very, very tiny. Very tiny. I was afraid to even breathe. They might blow away. Luckily I didn't lose any. I'm still not wild about the face. I feel like I didn't push the face in enough. Like it's still sticking out a little bit. That piece is very, very small. Very small. Very tiny. I had to use a Q-tip to apply it because I couldn't do it in any other way. And here, this piece, I couldn't figure out where to place it. I had to look at the box, the art piece on the box. And that's where the light came from. That's where they had it. So that's where I applied it. But yeah, and the manual just shows you like a little line that goes somewhere around there. And I don't know where there is. Yeah, you have to look at the box. Luckily, I had the box with me. And the stickers weren't too bad. There's not a whole lot of it. It's just a few here and there, and that's it. Took me like an hour to apply all of them. Or less than an hour. I don't remember. And I believe it's this piece here that flew off. And I almost lost it. Might have been that piece or another piece, but yeah, one of them flew off and it actually got stuck to the back of the model, and I was looking for it. I couldn't find it and finally found it in the back of the model, back of Arcee. You can see the jetpack came off, so I just left it off. It's kind of annoying anyway. Looking good. Yeah, I gotta give props to whoever designed this one. They did an excellent job. Really, really good. This piece is so small. I almost couldn't even find it, couldn't even see it. It's very difficult getting it on there. And it kept popping out a little bit. I had to keep pushing it back down again. I gotta say, this is probably the smallest stickers I've ever applied on any model kit. It's RC stuff. I had to use my tweezers to push it in. I guess you could just use one of those black liners, panel liners. Don't really have to use this. But I find those to be a little messy sometimes. It looks messy. I've never used it myself, but it does look messy from what I've seen what others have done. We're almost there. Just a little more. A few more left. 2 more stickers left. And thank you for sticking out with me this long. Watching this video along with me. And if you're building it, and I hope you're having fun doing it. And I'm helpful to you. Don't forget to please like and subscribe. That helps me a lot. I am trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of this year, if possible. I really appreciate you guys subscribing and watching, for those who have subscribed. Alright, that's it. Very beautiful. Nice. See, it really pops with those blue stickers there. Blue and black. I love this. Beautiful model kits. Highly, highly recommended if you can find it. If they're still selling it. They're not sold out. Alright, thank you. And hope you enjoyed. And have a wonderful day. And I'll be buying more of these Flame Toys model kits because of this model kit. It's beautiful, nicely engineered. And we'll see you again next time. Alright. Bye-bye.